Oh, that's right. It's a monitor.
Sam told me I had to tell because it's like, we're supposed to be practicing. You know, we need to be in
You can't hear anything.
Hear it off. We don't need to practice. We don't
Ashes are everywhere. I found one in the ladies' room. No luck. But in the little us, it's going to be fun. The team uniforms have been spectacular. The cheering from the crowd. No sports team could ask for a better crowd than all of you. And their concession stands. We don't need no hot dogs. We got bling and necklaces and earrings. It's been great. I know I've heard from the vendors. You've made them very happy. And just so you know, they have all donated to our prize. I have 24 pieces of bling to share tonight. Make sure you have your tickets. Yes, there are blue and there are red. Don't get upset. Both tickets will work. So the ones you got at the door are for the door. All right? Y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay. So tonight is kind of the culmination of our season. It's time for us to hear from the best of the best. A time for us to recognize our most valuable players, and a time for us to commemorate the highlights of our year. The judging pit is empty. They're off duty. They're off. Never mind. The bad part is I'm now in charge. Here we go. This is going to be great. So it's my job now to keep you in line. You've been doing really good, and I have faith you're going to be on it. Just so you know, there will not be an intermission during this show. Yay! We heard some feedback. We're going to give it a shot. Choruses and quartets will be coming and going as they're needed to perform. So feel free to get up and leave if you need to take care of business or whatever else you need to go do. Just, be respectful and we'll be fine. Okay, we're ready for the first order of business. And that is really, really special. Right now, we're going to induce.
Somebody's having a baby. Go in. I'm in.
We're going to induct our 2013 Hall of Fame. So for that, I would like to introduce the presenters, Jane Schnicke, Region 10's Marketing Coordinator, and Rhonda Perez, our Region 10 Education Coordinator.
The year was 1962. The Cuban Missile Crisis, the first U.S. rocket Ranger 4 lands on the moon. John H. Flynn Jr. becomes the first American to orbit the Earth during Friendship 7 orbit. The first Kmart store was opened in Garden City, Michigan. The oral polio vaccine was developed by Albert Sabin, given to millions of children to combat polio. Wonderful year. The release of the first Beatles recorded the single Love Me Do. Dick Van Dyke Show was on. I know somebody out there has a crush on Dick Van Dyke. Johnny Carson begins as a presenter for The Tonight Show. And in 1962, our 2013 Hall of Fame recipient was accepted as a member of Sweet Adelines International. What a lucky day for us all. At the age of 3, this pretty blonde-headed girl sang at a local radio station's Alice Bluegown from the musical Irene. Her sister writes, music has been a part of her life probably since the day she was born and beyond. Her sister was born for the stage. Of course, she sang in perfect pitch and blasted out those high notes right on key. It was priceless. Our parents and all of our relatives sang. We grew up with music all around us. She and I sang two-part harmony by the time I was 4. When our sister was 6, We were singing three-part SSA music all around Pittsburgh. Even at a young age, she would direct us and keep us on our toes, of course, about singing everything on key. She had an amazing ear for music, and even though she had some years of training, her true gift was all natural, deep Binda. She attended Penn University. She had a strong foothold on most types of music before attending. Her passion for music drove her to the great harmonies of barbershop-style singing. She met her future husband at a bus stop. Their first date was a ladies' night at an annual barbershop chorus banquet. At the time, she was singing in a local community, but it was more chamber music and classical music. Of course, she sang tenor all night at that first barbershop meeting. She quickly joined the local Sweet Adelines Golden Triangle Chorus and soon became the director. As her daughter recalls, Mom and Dad both rehearsed on Monday nights, so Nana and Papa would come look after us and spoil us, of course. They always watched the Lawrence Welk show. Did? Yeah. For a while, I had Jenny convinced that the lovely Norma Zimmer on the show was really Mom. Because she had the same hair color and she resembled each other so well. At first she didn't believe me, but I told her that's why Mom was always gone on Mondays. So she could be on TV. I completely thought that Mom was on the show because she did look similar to Norma Zimmer, and it made sense to me since the understanding of Monday nights. Now that I think of it, I wonder why I never questioned why Dad wasn't on the show. That's her daughter, Jen. Directing wasn't enough for this young Sweet Adelines. Quartetting was just one of the goals she had set for herself. With many regional contests on her resume, it was just a matter of time before she hit the international stage. She received the coveted Big Girl medals, placing 4th and 5th at international with Crystal Airs. I wonder who this could be.
One of the members of her Pittsburgh chorus remembers her fondly. She looked up Sweet Adelines in the local yellow pages. Phone number rang to the director, our receptionist. She said, come to rehearsal, explain where the rehearsal took place. She says, I can still hear giving the sales pitch. Little did I know that I would be in a quartet competing with her on regional stage. We even had underwear that stated the quartet name on our panties. Soon her husband's job moved them to Ohio. She had to leave her course behind, but found the Western Reserve Chorus in a bedroom community near Cleveland. She, of course, was asked to be their director and led this chorus to very first small chorus win soon after arriving. She says that you would have thought they had won international. They were so proud. Her quartet stayed together. They would meet halfway near Akron, Ohio, at the Youngstown exit. In the beginning, they would meet at the toll gate parking lot and sing in a truck camper. That got old quickly, so they ended up getting a hotel room off the highway. Her then tenor says we would mess up the beds so the people in the hotel would talk about 4 women in one. Many years later, in 1995, I moved to Austin and called her about possibly joining the chorus in San Antonio. I can still hear her on the phone saying, you wouldn't think of going anywhere else, would you? Needless to say, she had not changed a single bit. Still ready to give with the sales pitch, she was always arranging or rearranging the music when I sang with her, so it was not a huge surprise to see that she eventually had her name ending with the title of Certified Music Arranger. I knew her talents in music were far beyond most members. Therefore, a title of Certified Music Judge was destiny. Joyce Rankin. Life began with the family to Dallas. She sang with the Richstone Chorus for many years, and she was an associate director with the great Dale Syverson. She sang with Dale at the regional and international level in a quartet. Dale says, it's been my privilege to finish her sentences for all the years I've known her. Surely I'm not her only friend that she does this with. And I'm not. Also, I have never known Marianne not to be singing a tune all day, every day. I got a full dose of this one time when we shared a hotel room when we were quartetting together. Lying in bed, the first thing she did when her eyes opened was sing. I'm not sure I ever really got used to it, but I do know that her music defines her, and she would be lost without it. Dale Syverson. Her husband's job didn't move the family to San Antonio in 1987. By now you all have an idea of who I'm speaking about. We are speaking about. There were a few Sweet Adelines in the San Antonio area who were looking to form a new, more competitive Sweet Adeline chorus. This charter member invited Mary Ann to meet with her in the spring of 1988 and asked if she would be interested in forming and directing a new group. June Dyson recalled she was open to being part of a new chorus, but not too keen on being the sole director. That was all that was needed to spur them on to find someone else to share the directing responsibilities. Voila! Marcy Schofield instantly came to mind, since she too was reluctant to be the sole director and was already one of the founding members. They talked, and the dynamic duo of M&M became a reality. Their first rehearsal was held April 21st and applied for our charter 6 months later. Mary Ann has been directing solo for the past 13 years. Alabama Metro history is quite impressive, with Mary Ann at the helm, 9 regional championships, 10 appearances on the international stage, once as a wild card, placing in the top 10 twice and once as 11th place flight testers, even a trip to Hawaii by train. But that's not all. Becoming a certified director in 1988. Scoring over 600 points in 1988, becoming a master director. But that's not all. Arranging has always been her passion, asking in quartets, singing into the wee hours of the morning in hotel rooms. She will rework your tag until dawn and becoming an arranger, a certified arranger in 2004. But that's not all. Qualifying as a music judge in 1988, and then she certified a music judge in 2007. She received her 50-year pin from President Rene Porzel in Denver in 2012, but still has a lifetime of more achievements still ahead of her. Generous with her talent, she has assisted many chorus and quartets reach and exceed their goals by providing personal vocal instruction, coaching, quartets and choruses, and mentoring the barbershop craft. Mary Ann Woodruff.
Oh, I'm just videotaping. Here, this is Jenny. Oh, here, I'll just stay down here.
To me, a classy lady. My heart warms at the thought of her unending dedication to our hobby, and to the belief that each person deserves the opportunity to share their talent. She is a teacher, friend, mentor, and prime example of selflessness as the director of ANC and coach to many. Her words carry much merit in the hearts of those who respect her, and they honor many. For Mary Ann, music is not just entertainment, it is her life, and I'm happy to have been part of her song. This is said with much love and admiration, and congratulations to my dear friend on this special day. Tanya, come on. Mary Ann Wither has contributed so much to the Sweet Adelines International, both as an arranger and as a judge. People all over the world sing her arrangement of the Winner's Song every year at regional and international competitions, not to mention all the other arrangements she has done in the barbershop style. As a judge, she has helped to shape the direction in which we have gone as a musical organization. That which gets rewarded gets repeated. Congratulations, Mary Ann, as the recipient of the Region 10 Hall of Fame Award for 2013. The reward is richly deserved. Peggy Graham.
Mexican restaurant in town, I have to assume that somebody besides me thinks you are an outstanding musician. organization. Congratulations from yet another fan. Love, Sylvia Halsbury.
Mary Ann is just a joy to coach and to be the recipient of musicality in the coaching session. I was privileged to be the first-hand witness to how much music flows from her body one year at competition. I sat behind her during quartet contest, and she silently sang with each group and breathed for them. She was exhausted by the end of it because she had given her all on each performance. I only wish the quartets had paid more attention. I'm sure their scores would have been higher if they had sang with as much feeling and freedom. Love you, Mary Ann, darling.
I'm so excited for Mary Ann receiving the Honorable Award of Region 10 Hall of Fame. Mary Ann loves this organization and has been giving back for not only for her own region, but for the entire world of Sweet Adelines International with her music. She is a terrific arranger and has written several original songs. Thank you, Mary Ann, for your tremendous talent. Writing and arranging music is truly your legacy. With love and gratitude, Ruth Ann Parker.
Mary Ann Widra is a friend, a teacher, a devoted mother and grandmother, coach extraordinaire, impassioned Sweet Adeline, respected judge, gifted composer and arranger, award-winning director, a loving spirit, and a joy to know in one's life. I consider it an honor, privilege, and a very special blessing to my life to know Mary Ann. Brava, share that.
Congratulations, Mary Ann. There is no one more deserving, and I am truly happy to be celebrating you and your 50 wonderful years of sharing music, laughter, love with every Sweet Adeline you meet. Thank you for your dedication for advancing barbershop music through your arrangements, your directing, coaching, and judging. You have changed the lives of so many women. You absolutely belong in the Region 10 Hall of Fame. Here's to 50 more, Renee Prezell. Still reaching for the stars, a real winner. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present to you our director, coach, and friend, the 2013 Hall of Fame recipient, Mary Ann Widra.
Music will always be a part of my life. If it weren't with Sweet Adelines, it would have been somewhere. And it always has been, as my sisters told you. So, and I have some pretty creative kids here too. This one creates films for casinos and certain, what do you do? Video games or something. Has a degree from UT. Melissa has 2 degrees, one in biomedical science, someone had to get their dad's genes, you know, and one in pharmacy. And John is my singer. He was a barbershopper and sang with Vanguard Quartet and sings tenor. And my other daughter in LA is a actress and singer and has a theater degree from UT. So music is our life. And John, when John sent me a Mother's Day card one time and said, what did it say? Something about, does everybody know a million songs or something that I've never heard of? You know, Happy Mother's Day. But it's correct. From the time I was 3, I was on the radio when I was 3. I have recordings of it, so it's really hysterical. It's funny. But, and my sisters and I did sing, so kind of studied professionally, and so music was easy for me. But I appreciate being a Sweet Adeline and having moved 4 times with 4 children. I always found a place, a home, where I could also enjoy my music. And It's a special part, as you know. And I love each region that I've been in. I've probably been in, I think, 5 regions. So every time I meet good friends, people to share my music with, and just enjoy it. And I'll keep enjoying it for 50 more years.
Oh my gosh.
How much video have you been doing? Or is it video or TikTok?
A lot of video. A lot of video. This was actually her son's. He was taking it, and I said, "Let me have that. You go up with your mama."
Yeah, that's why I'm
I'll get it to him in a minute.
Very exciting. Very exciting about this. Okay, while our fifth place tourist is taking the stage, I mentioned we have pretty generous vendors, so I'm going to start some door prizes. You got your tickets? Okay, Steve Brennan.
Oh, here you go, bud. Oh,
thank you.
I think I put it on pause.